Brought to you by Xander Insurance. Identity theft protection isn't a luxury in today's world. It's a necessity. Get yours at Xander.com.
So my question is, how do I tell my mother-in-law or my husband that my mother-in-law is holding us back financially? She's 60 years old. She doesn't work. We pretty much pay for everything, her rent. My husband has her car in his name, but she pays like the car note, and she's constantly asking for money. Like at one point she was asking me for money and telling me not to tell my husband.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Well,
this is a pattern. This has been happening for a long time.
Yes, and he's in the past, maybe about 10 years ago, she actually lost her apartment, like stopped paying rent, lost it, and then had to move in with a friend. And so he's been taking care of her.
Is she unwell? Is she sick?
She's not sick. She does collect like a check from the government. I think it's only $1,000.
Disability?
Yeah, disability.
What do you know what that was for? What's the nature of that?
I don't know.
Okay. But nothing that you're seeing as a real issue to her working?
No, because I've seen her volunteer her time at like homeless shelters or like thrift stores, and she'll tell me, I volunteered my time and they gave me a discount on X, Y, and Z.
She's on the verge of being in a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
She needs to get to work.
Is she divorced or did her husband pass away? What's the story there?
She divorced maybe when my husband was like not even one.
Oh.
Or she's been on her own with two kids for a really long time.
So your estimation of her, I just want to make sure that George and I understand your estimation of her. She is able-bodied, able to work.
Yes.
She's all the lights on upstairs, so she could, go interact and have a job. And are you just feeling like she's kind of just coasting or a little lazy? Is that how you're feeling?
Think she's just, and she's really, that's how I feel exactly. She's really lazy. Right now I have a newborn and I have her in daycare, and they want me to switch and employ her and give her the $1,000 instead of the daycare. But I feel like if I do that, she's going to just use the $1,000 for whatever she wants instead of paying her rent.
Ah, okay. Would she do a good job taking care of the baby? Do you feel like she would?
No, I don't feel like she would.
Okay. Understood.
So
there's some triangulation happening here. This should be between you and your husband, and then it should be between your husband and his mother. And right now, she's trying to circumvent him to go to you to try to guilt you into it. Have you talked to your husband about this? Where is he at? Is he just like, well, we need to take care of her, and she's my mom?
Exactly. That's how he feels. And I've even told him, like, hey, I would I would give her the opportunity to watch my daughter if I could just use the $1,000 and pay it straight to her rent.
But you said you didn't even trust her to watch the baby. I feel like that's a moot point at this point.
That's true. Yeah.
So we got to take that off the table. Here's the thing. The only reason you're considering letting this woman watch your child, even though you don't think that she's really do a good job, is because you're thinking of ways that maybe she could start paying her rent. None of that's your job. She's grown. Like you said, she's grown. She's able-bodied. She's, the lights are on. There's no reason in your mind, and I trust that you're telling us the truth, that she can't go out and make some money and have an apartment and, do that thing. Now, at the very least, can I ask you this? Let's pretend you were able to get her out into an apartment. And it caused you to kind of say, hey, let's help you with first and last month's rent just to get you out. Would you be willing to do something like that? Or are you like, hey, I don't want to put any money into this woman whatsoever. I just want her out of the house.
I don't want to put any money into her at all.
Okay. Then that's the conversation you have to have with your husband. Have you talked about it? And if so, how did it go?
It doesn't go really well. It's usually like, Joe will just consider it. And then that's the end of the conversation. I have told him that, like, I do consider it, but it's off the table because she owes me money. She's borrowed money from me, and I don't think she's very good with money. And so I don't feel comfortable giving her $1,000 a month and knowing that she could be homeless or asking me for more money.
What do you guys take home every month?
So I make $100,000, so a little over $100,000. So my checks are usually like $3,000. I don't give to my 401k right now.
Why is your check so low?
You mean like every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, great.
Every
Loving that.
You scared us. I was like, you're getting robbed here.
6,000 for
Okay.
6,000 for me, and it's like around.
What about your husband?
7,000.
Okay.
For him?
Do you guys combine your finances, or do you kind of keep it separate and you split the bills?
We keep it separate,
Okay.
and mainly because she usually asks for a lot of money from him, and so I just don't want to be a part of that.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I think that could be at the core of what's making this a very hard decision between you and your husband, because if I am viewing my finances kind of separately, which means there's parts of my life that I view separate, and that means there's certain parts of my life that I believe that I have the only vote on. Then if somebody comes along and says, hey, there's this thing that's affecting our life, if I'm thinking, well, I'm the one that's paying for it, she's my mom, do you see what I'm saying? Because there's that separation there, I think that's where he's finding validation to be able to say, no, it's okay, I'm going to keep her here, because he's probably viewing it as I'm keeping it here. I'm fine to spend some money on her. It doesn't bother me. But if you guys can does that make sense? Like, George, are you?
Yeah, I mean, because it's separated, he's gone, well, this is $1,000 of my money, so what's it matter to you? That's probably in the back of his mind. I don't know that he'd say that out loud. But truthfully, you're saying this is holding us back financially. It's not. You make $13,000 a month take home. You're doing great. It's the resentment that is breeding inside of you. That should be the thing you're paying attention to, going, I don't agree with this. We never agreed on this as a couple. We need to figure out an exit strategy here, or a way for her to be independent, because she could live till 90, which means 30 years of subsidizing her lifestyle. That's the part you need to focus on, not the, hey, this is holding us back financially, husband. Because mathematically, he's going to go, no, we're fine.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. I'm like, we're investing so much money into her. She could live until she's 90, and then our kids will have to take care of us.
And it's your house.
So much.
Like,
exactly.
The money side part aside, there's a person that's in your house that you don't really want them to be there, and they don't need to be there.
And if you're giving her $1,000 a month, we can figure out a plan for her to go make $1,000 a month with a part-time job.
Yes, exactly.
She's 60. She's not 86. And so there's nothing wrong with her going to work if she's able-bodied, and you can help her with that. It doesn't need to be cruel. You don't need to throw her on the street. It's just, hey, what is something you could do that brings in $250 a week?
Exactly.
Now we have a game plan here instead of just it being emotional.
Yeah, so I think the action steps here, I think the first conversation you need to have is I think first action step is you need to do some soul searching about why you've kept things separate financially, and really get a hold on what your view on that is, Sarah. Then the next part is having that conversation first about, hey, our lives are separate. We need to draw our lives together. And I think that might start financially with us having this transparency there. And I think the mother-in-law discussion comes further down the line, and you might have to bear this out a little bit longer until you're at that point in the conversation.
The best ID theft protection is from Xandr. They not only monitor, they help you get your life back. Go to Xandr.com to learn more.